Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to the CIA. I hope you're all doing well. Kalimera, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're all doing good. Kalimera. We are alive, so we are good, aren't we? We're very, very good. Kalimera. Good. Hello, agents. Good morning to you too. Good morning, sir. Thank you for everyone being here. So happy to see you guys. How is everyone doing today? We're doing fine. We are alive. We see the light. We hear the birds. And I feel a bit cold. It's windy. But it's fine. It's fine. We're all good. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Right, okay. Today it's Green Day. Yes, after the CPI, after that sweep to the lower area on the imbalance, we were expecting that, didn't we? Yes, we did. And now everything is green. You know, it's looking good. It's looking good. And we're going to go back to the charts and we're going to have a look. And let me bring the charts up. Let's go to Bitcoin. Let's have a look on Bitcoin. Where is my little Bitcoin? Let me bring Bitcoin. Here it is. Here we are. So let me bring my music too. I cannot do without my music. You know these guys. I need to bring my music. So let's put the music. Here it is. Very low. Not to disturb everyone. Right. After the CPI. Right on the opening of the US, it went all the way down to imbalance. It just touched the imbalance, okay, and it went all the way after the session was finished, after the talk was finished. It moved away from the imbalance, went above the 50% of the GFib, the gangster fib. Right, it went above, target the 50% of the range, was fighting a little bit there, lost it. Asia closed. Asia came in. Asia shorted. They took profits. They came down to imbalance, bring things into balance, and we stopped above the 50%. We love being on the top of the 50%. Right here it is. 50% of the GFib. We are out there. So I can take out the imbalance. Okay. For the time being, it's out of the question right now. As long as we're gonna stay up here, we're gonna be good. It doesn't mean that it cannot go lower, but I'm sure that I'm quite confident that that move took out that low there. You see, it's exactly on point. It took that low out, and immediately it got pushed up, so it got influenced. So I think we're gonna be safe to say that we're looking good to be 50. In overall. I believe that we're going higher. Okay, look how many times you try to go lower, the 50% to drop below the 50%, and then it just pushing to the upside. Right, lots of snow today here in Berlin. Oh my god, you must recall, be safe out there. Be safe, make sure that you stay warm. Right, we don't want you to waiting for 78k. You're a little bit bare. 78. When do you want to go to 78k? We're waiting to go to 130. You're waiting to go to 78. Let's see. Okay. Eventually it will go sometime in 78. I do believe so. Good morning, Captain. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Right. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for the support. You're always welcome. Good morning. You're always welcome to come and see the TA that we have to provide there for you. So, Bitcoin is holding 50% of the GFib. Now and then it goes down to clear some unfinished business. I still have, the bottom of the range. I still have an area there that, maybe we're going to visit sometime. The lower area of the range. But overall, you know, we are in that range for some time now. Okay, we've been in that range for some time. You know, as long we're holding above the 50%, then we can say the next round is to push for, you know, things higher. Okay, so I think we're going to be okay. We are, to be honest, under the 50% of the range, right? The green line is the 50% of the range alone. Okay, not the GFib. So, you know, is it still bearish or bullish? Maybe, you know, we may come down a little bit later, you know, clear all these and then come back again and do something like that, maybe. We're going to wait and see, okay? I still believe that we have some unfinished business, but that is done, it's clear. Okay, now we have these two guys here, that little wick there and that little over there. There is liquidity lower. Okay, and according to this, there is even more liquidity down here, but it doesn't mean it's going to go all one go. Okay, we know the areas, we're going to pay attention and we go step by step. Okay, lose one, we know you're going lower. You aim, you know, you claim one, you're going, you know, you're going in the up direction. Okay, so as long we are holding above the 50%, okay, or the GFib, now you can understand why we have all these nice green bubbles, right? So, you know, everything's looking good. LDO is looking good. INJ is looking good. JTO is looking good. Trump, SUI, right? XCN, 14%. Phantom, 16%. You know, the ones that you really believe that they're sleeping. Phantom, 16% up. Okay, double digits. ENA, hello Satoshi. ENA is moving, 8%. Hype, 5. Fed is going up. Ultima 5. Cake 40%. Look at that cake. Right. ENS going up. Flock is going up. So yeah, we've got a nice green day. Solid. Now, you know, we passing the single digits and we're going to the double digits. So it's looking good. Now, who's open? EU. So nothing exciting here. We're just waiting for the US session to open and see how things will go. Asia is closed officially. So you see here are the only clocks that I have in yellow, orange, Dubai, London and Frankfurt, right? So I'm just waiting to move, you know, towards the New York, Chicago, right? So I'm waiting for these two clocks to get active, right? And that will be exciting time. We're going to have a time that both US and EU are going to be active. And this is when you have a nice volume. Okay, so we wait for that. Let's have a look about the calendar. What do we have the calendar here? Okay, today, Thursday, right now, they have a CPI, but in Europe, 3:30 in the afternoon. This is where the exciting things happening. We've got the PPI, right, and the unemployment claims as well. So there's going to be some movement, I believe. And tomorrow we've got the core retail sales as well. Okay. So it's not in danger as much. It's orange. It's not a red alert. It's an orange alert. It's going to be like medium. So are we still, you know, in the middle? Yes, we are. Just below 50. We are on 45. Okay, it's looking good. So we're going to see in the next few hours how that's going to move. I believe it's going to go higher. What about fear and greed? 50%. It's getting better than yesterday, right? People are very optimistic today onwards. They feel that the market is going to go better. Well, so do we. We believe that we're going to hold that 50%, and then, you know, my next target is trying to target the 50% of the range. Okay, I would like to see go above and break all these highs, take out liquidity, right? And you have a big business up there. If I break this down, let's give you an insight. Let's break the internal zone. Okay, let's do internal GFib. Okay, gangster fib. So here we are. Let's do this here for you. So let me make sure that my numbers are matching. I don't want to have mismatching numbers because they do make sense. Well, they have quite importance for the numbers to be accurate. So 95,759, 759.74. So here we are, we got the numbers right because we need to make sure that the prices on each level, they're going to be right as well. Okay, that's why I'm very picky with the level. So let me bring this closer to us. Here we are, a bit closer, and that's what we need. We need to make sure that we stay above 95 and we claiming 96 and then later 97 and then 98 and 99, right? Look at that. It's exactly where all the previous highs are. Okay, so step by step, break this down and move forward. Okay, move forward. That's about Bitcoin. Let's have a look, really quick look on Ethereum. Ethereum finally pushed out of 2,625. That is really good, right? It's coming doing it. Asia dropped it, so it's doing like a correction path on on the price action. So we lost the 268. Maybe it's going to come back here, or maybe it's going to claim around. I mean, that imbalance is clear. We have an ongoing imbalance here, so maybe it wants to tap inside the imbalance and then turn around. Okay, so we're going to see what's going to happen in Asia. In US opening, right? They're going to have the PPI today. Maybe it's going to come down, fill that gap, and then turn around and move higher. Okay, so that might be the second case for Ethereum. Okay, let's have a look on ENS. ENS, this is what we were waiting yesterday to break out of the range. It broke out of the range, it came back, now it's retesting the top of the range. Are we going to see, maintain this? And if you break the previous high, then you have a continuation. Okay, so ENS still looking good as well, right? You're breaking out of the range. We want to see that it's going to stay out of the range and continue. Okay, Solana, not much move there. So here's your lines. Okay, we lost in 197. Maybe it wants to come down and make sure that we clear a little bit the liquidity down here. So maybe it's going to come down to 189 and then push up. If we're going to lose 189, then pay attention to the unfinished business. We may come to 181 to clear the imbalance. Okay, we want to clear the imbalance and then turn around, move higher. Next target is going to be 197. Okay, this is what I see about Solana. Okay, OM is still dropping. A lot of fight there, a lot of retail fight going on here. They're fighting to stay above $5.76. There is some liquidity sitting down here and an imbalance there. So look at these lines. If I draw these lines here, that's the that's an area that you need to pay attention, right? Let me mark one more area there. So here we are. So you've got these three levels, right? 551, 553 and 560 are the levels that you need to watch out for OM, right? Maybe it wants to come down and clear this. You have an imbalance as well here. So 535, it is possible. Okay, I'm just giving you the big influence numbers there. Okay, so you want to monitor this, be my guest. You know what are you going to do? You may want to break down two zones to observe both of the zones. All right, in case in case it comes down, you want to make sure that you see these numbers. Let's give it a bit more space, make these numbers accurate. 3516 please, and 1777. Here we are, numbers are accurate. So there you have it. Okay, now you know that there is a possibility that you can come down to 535, but this is your levels: 566, 555, 545, 535. Okay, you have the numbers, you go level by level. If you look to the left, you know that you have imbalance, you know you have some liquidity there, so you may do some liquidity grab. This liquidity is done and over. If I mark this area here, so that liquidity is done and over, it's been taken out. Okay, now you have some unfinished business a bit lower, so just observe. Okay, you're still in a downtrend. Okay, sideways action is part of my trend. So the previous trend was a down, so that sideways, that correlation, that accumulation, so to say, that's trying to balance things out, okay, is still part of the previous trend. I would like to see a change. Okay, when I get a change of direction, then I will say the downtrend is over. So far the downtrend, it is not over yet. Okay, This is the way for you to be the safest and way, to see things. Still in the downtrend. See, it took out some bit in, liquidity there. You have some remaining unfinished business. There is a possibility that it wants to go lower. It's still on the table. But if it wants to turn around now, what do you want to see? You want to see that it's going to claim the 576 in order to start claiming and go higher. You have liquidity up here, you've got liquidity there, and you have obviously big liquidity, the swing failed pattern over there. So you have the abundance candle, right? Things dropping here, so there is liquidity, there's a possibility, and then you need to see if it's going to hold later on a new support. Okay, this is how we do TA, nice and quick. B3, we spoke about B3 yesterday. There's a lot of talk, there's a lot of hype, so there's a lot of volume, so be careful with that one. You may be interested to see who has the volume. If they have volume, they can, they're holding 50%, maybe another push to the upside. Okay, CYN, another one that you push very, very hard. Okay, let it come down, let it find the support. This is still in the downtrend. Make sure that the downtrend is finished. You have some liquidity there, some unfinished business down here, so there is a possibility it can go down to 43, 44, even all the way down to 42, and then start turning around. This is where you're going to be interested. This is, let's put that, this is ARC. It's the same chart. This one is based on the contract, so I'm looking in radio. I'll use the contract address for me to open that chart. Here one is the generic chart that I get from the trading view. Okay, so this one, it got exhausted 50%. Look at here on the left, right? It's trying to do some liquidity sweep. So here it is, right? Exactly on the spot. It failed to print a high according to this, so it could not print a swing high. So that was a fail pattern. It carried down, it's dropping, and just follow it until you get some solid support, okay, for the ARC to continue. Overall, if you look to the left, it's really bullish, right? It's pushing. It left from what was the lowest number, 13 cents, and it's pushing up since then. Okay, from 13 we're already up to 41 cents. It's doing quite well, quite bullish. From here to there is 211% into the upside. So now you're going to have some correction, you have some imbalance. Watch out, let it come down, cool off a little bit, find a balance somewhere, and then maybe you're going to be ready to move further up. Okay, you always need, after a major push to the upside, you're going to have a correction, and then the correction is going to cool off a little bit, and once it's going to cool off, then you're going to be ready to look for supports and make sure that you see the liquidity, because we're going from liquidity to liquidity, so make sure you see the liquidity pools for you to have a good entry, right? Trying to enter into the system after liquidity grab or stop loss hand, whichever way you like to call it. Okay, and right, okay, good. Right, okay, let's go further down. Do we have any other tokens that you would like to talk about? I mean, look at that, it's bouncing up. All right, it get influenced from this imbalance, so this is a bullish imbalance, so it's pushing the price up, so that is looking good. Even EU, in the EU section, we've got Bitcoin bouncing from the imbalance. Do we have tokens that you would like to talk about? Now is your time to post your ideas, and then we can put them on the chart. Right, let's have a look here if we can see something. Okay, 1000 CAD. It's in the above the 60. It has a big trail. GMX dropping down like a flare. It's going down. Look at that. A night flare. Zen is pushing up. Cookie still pushing up. Griffin pushing up. Nice one. Right, you can have a look at these ones. ARC, look at that. It's pushing up. AIXBT is pushing up. That's a good, nice trail. Rune is pushing up. Cake, look at that cake. Just cake shooting the overbought area right now. Pengu, Peanut, Audi, Popcat, look at that, Popcat. Weave, ENA, Trump is moving, Sui a little bit moving. So if you come to the RSI heat map, you can easily spot, trying to find tokens that have a very nice move, very strong move with a big trail, and see what you can do. This is on the 12 hour, okay? So a heavy time frame. So when I see them moving, they're usually good, right? Griffin on a higher time frame. You want to go lower time frame? Okay, let's go to the 4 hours. Let's see, can we have something in the 4 hours that's still, pushing a bit slower, a smaller time frame, more closer to you. You still have Trump pushing. Okay, a little bit of cookie going on there. DF, you have another one there. Let's see who else is pushing. On the last 4 hours, Asia closed now, so we are in the EU. So AI is pushing. DF, have a look at that one. Who's down here? No, they're still dropping. This is our minor corrections. They're doing minor corrections here. GMX still dropping. Yep. Bitcoin's dominance already down here. Let's see. So yeah, Trump is one of the strongest on the lower time frame, 4 hours. Okay, you can have a look on these ones. Right, Sui, you would like to have a look on Sui? Nice. Okay, why not? Let's bring Sui up. So let's bring Sui up, please. Let's have a look on Sui. Here we are. Sui on the 19 minutes. Let's go to 12 hours. Let's have a look at an overview. Right, okay. It was in a downtrend. It has some unfinished business here, like imbalance going on there. It came down a little bit. It found support above 284. So it found support, 288. So since then, it's pushing to the upside and claiming levels. Okay. So maybe it is not ready yet to deal with this one. Okay, this one is still on hold. Okay, if I can even take my rectangle, what's wrong with my mouse? So here it is. Here's your imbalance. Okay, unfinished business you have there. So are we claiming the 50%? Let me make this a bit stronger so you can see on the screen. Here we are. Here are the levels. This is a 19 minute. It's an uptrend. It's creating high lows and high highs. It failed to hold 356 for the time being. Okay, but don't lose faith. Don't lose faith on it. So if you want to day trade these, all you have to do is break down two levels. Okay, make sure the numbers are matching so you can see the same things. 38, please. Thank you. And that's supposed to be 8. Here we are. So now the numbers are nice and clean and matching. So here you have you lost the 352. It came down, almost lost the 350, but it's trying to claim. It's giving you some strength going on here. Okay, still, you're still in the downtrend though. On a smaller time frame, you're still in the downtrend. But if you claim, the 50% and then keep going higher, then you're probably talking about breaking the trend here. So maybe you're going to see a change. Okay, Sui is not too bad, looking good. Let me go to a higher time frame. That's a big impulse. It creates an imbalance on the 12 hours, so you have an imbalance here. Let's go down to 22 minutes and see. Okay, so it has an imbalance. Maybe if it fails to claim 356, right, then maybe it's going to come here, tap the imbalance, and then after that it's going to turn around. Okay, so there's a possibility that has to do what it's going to do here on the 356. Okay, so don't panic there. Here's your Shui, still in the downtrend, let it correct, let it balance out, and then after that you can have a good entry for that. Okay, right. Any other token that you want to see? Let's have a look. 94.95. 94.95. There are some orders. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I mean, this is the recent imbalance, right? This is the most recent imbalance. We'll see. We'll see how the PPI is going to affect it today. You know, every time he goes out and speaks, he's, you know, influencing a lot of things here. Let's have a look on Link. Let's go to 12 hours. What Link is doing. Link is still in the downtrend. Okay, it's fighting the 1952. It's fighting for that level. You can see this. It's insisting to break above. Why not? We would like to see Link breaking that. So let's break these two levels. For us to have 4 levels above, 4 levels below. So let's do this. 375. That's the one. And 3673. So let's go a little bit higher. 73. Here we are. And let me lock this. Nice. So yep, here we are. Okay, well, we have this imbalance here. We always have this remaining imbalance. Okay, not bad. So you may see because it's still in the downtrend, right? You may see that it wants to visit $16. Anywhere lower, 16,350. So 1635. However, we got very common grounds as in support, right? It has small deviation, came down, take out some liquidity, so that liquidity is down, it's pushing up, it came down, and grab this liquidity, it's pushing up. So in order for you to go down lower in this unfinished business, you need to lose 18 again. Okay, so far it's trying to attack 19. It's not as strong as before. Since it touched that, it went all the way down. Now it's battling with 1881. So first things first, let it come back, clear this imbalance. It has more imbalance. Maybe it wants to do a small liquidity grab and then turn around. If he wants to go further down, it means he wants to clear with that, unfinished business to take it that out of the way. And once it's going to be out of the way, then we can move further up. That is going to be a good help, right? It's going to be a good help for Link to go higher. Okay, once that liquidity is out of the way, that imbalance is brought into balance, so to say, it's going to help really push Link to the upside. Okay, let's see how strong the bulls are they going to be from now. Are they going to be strong bulls, or are they going to be smart bulls? Are they going to bulls, they're going to show up now and try to push things on their own, or are they going to let the bulls wait a little bit, come down, clear this liquidity, and then the bulls are going to show up here big time once the unfinished business is done there? That's the thing now. Are we going to have the bully bulls, or are we going to have the smart bulls? AVAX, yeah, sure. Let's have a look on AVAX. Why not? Let's go to AVAX. AVAX, please. Here's AVAX. Let's bring the AVAX chart up. Good. Right, okay, let's go 12 hours. Let's have a look. What's going on here? All right. AVAX still in downtrend, trying to correct itself here. It's fighting to hold $26. Not bad, not bad. Let's go down to 90 minutes. Right, here we are. Okay, 90 minutes. Okay, what do you have? In general, you know, as an overview, you have a low, and all these lows are getting higher and higher, and it's trying to create high highs as well. Okay, we see a channel. Technically, you are still consolidating, right? Now, if you want to be bullish, you need to break structure, so you make sure that you stay above 26, and then you can head for all this liquidity. All this here is liquidity, right? So that is a good magnet for it. It has imbalance going on there. Once you're going to reach 30, do expect to get influence from that bearish imbalance, so it gets pushed down maybe to that 50% of the range, and then continue later up. Same thing applies for AVAX. You have some unfinished business here, right? The longer it stays under the 26, the higher the possibilities that it wants to go for this liquidity and that imbalance. Okay, but as I said, are we going to have the bully bulls, or are we going to have the smart bulls? If we're going to have the bully bulls, then we may see claiming 26 and trying to push things up. Okay, if they're going to be the smart bulls around, they're going to let things come down, clear imbalance, and get, you know, the help from the market to get pushed to the upside. So AVAX still in the downtrend. Be careful. Watch out for the 26. If it claims, all good. If it loses, then, you know, 21, it is possible, still on the table. Okay, nice and clean. Who's next? Where do you base that bottom on? Wick candle close? Both. I'm not looking on the candles, I'm looking on the wicks majority, because that wick is translated on the high pressure. Okay, the highest pressure to me is that wick there. So I see that wick there. I don't expect that the price is going to come all the way there. Okay, you have a 20% chances that it's going to go all the way past that wick, but you have majority of the, you know, 80% of the time you may see 50% of the wick. So it's going to be lower than the bodies. So I'm targeting the wick at least 50%, and sometimes can go even lower. Okay, do a clean, proper liquidity sweep. You may see price coming lower, take out this liquidity, and then shoot off. Okay, but I target the wick at least 50%. If I get anything lower than 50%, right, lower to that wick, then it's like a bonus. It's acting like a bonus to me. Okay, good. Right. CRO, yeah, why not? CRO and Ondo. Okay, let's bring Ondo up. Here's Ondo. And then I'm gonna do the CRO. Okay, let's extend these lines. It seems that we're still holding here. Go further. Even further. Here we are. And those lines, yeah, I can extend those lines as well. They're still making sense. Let's bring this up here, these babies. Here we are. Let's make these lines a bit thicker so you can see them. Let's go to 12 hours. Let's have a look what's going on in the big scale. Right, okay. Ondo on the bigger time frame. I can remove the noise here a little bit. Let's go to extension number 1. Okay, let's keep it nice and clean. So it went out of the scope, and then it went to the extension number 1, and it came down. Right, and now it's kind of consolidating. It has some big wick here, unfinished business, but it's holding strong. Right, it's holding strong between 143 and 126, and for the time being it's holding above 135, which is the 50%. Okay, so it's building up. Okay, Ondo is building up. It's doing, like people say, cooking. Right, it's cooking up. As long as it stays above the 50%, then you're gonna target higher. Okay, if it's gonna come down and do some liquidity grab, be careful. Watch out for this zone 126. Maybe you want to grab a good entry or DCA. If you're already in here, make sure you can DCA. If it's going to lose a big time and not deviating, right, because you have an area here of 165, which is roughly the 50% of that range. So let me grab these. Let me do only the 3. So yeah, take it, yeah, more or less that week is on the 50%. So if it wants to drop below, okay, if it's going to lose a 50%, then you're going to target the bottom, right? If it's going to lose the bottom, there is a high possibility that it's going to go down to the 50 and come back again, okay? If it has a down momentum even further, then you're going to look for 109 and 92, which I don't think so, because it's been holding so strong for some time, okay? So this is a 12-hour candle chart. It's been here since the beginning of February. It's been raging since the beginning of February. I'm not saying that week is too weak to be visited, but it's holding strong, though. You cannot ignore the fact that it's been sitting there for some time now. Okay, so it's been ranging. Now, what do we need? We need to break out of that range. Okay, so looking at the 90 minutes, you need to make sure that you stay above the 50%. You can target the top of the range, and then you want to break out of the range and clear all this liquidity to continue to the upside. So if you're looking for entry, you can have a small position here, right? If it comes down, you can have a better position. You can DCA. If not, you can have your entry, a small entry here, and then once it's going to break above the range, and then you can add more. So either you're going to add here or you're going to add there. That's your DCA levels, okay? So Ondo is cooking, it's building up. Okay, it's compressing as well. Very, very tiny compression, but it's compressing. Okay. So here's your compression, and if you want to ignore that wick, use that wick there. So here you have it. It's compressing. Okay. So you just need now an explosion. So yeah, average 135 is a good, it's a good place for you to start having a position. Have a position. Start with something. And then, you can add later on DCA. Okay, if it goes down on 126, you can DCA and you can have a better entry as an average entry. Okay, if it goes higher, and let's say this is your first entry, and then the price goes there, your average will be somewhere in between. That depends how much you added here. Let's say if you put here your 50% of the money that you want to trade on there, and then you put the remaining 50%, that is 50% average, so your entry will be down here, right? That depends always, the first entry, second entry influence where the average is going to be. Okay, so yeah, it's looking good. Let's go to CRO. Let me find YouTube. Okay, let's go to CRO USD. Let's have a look. Okay, CRO still in a downtrend. Okay, still in a downtrend, doing some consolidation, building up. It's trying to find the balance. So let's break this down. Here we are. Let's break this down. Let's do the 8s. It's okay, and let's do a little bit stronger lines. Make sure that the numbers are matching. We don't want to have too big a difference. So 553 please, and the lower one is 9349. Here we are. So there we have it. And now you can go closer. This is a 1 hour anyway, so it is close enough. So you need to hold above 009. Okay, maybe it's going to do a small deviation, trying to do some liquidity grab and then come back and turn around. Okay, still in the downtrend, building up, big imbalance on the left. Every single token that we see, because of Bitcoin, that it dropped very hard, very harsh at the beginning of February, there is a warning sign there. This is unfinished business. But look at the majority of the bodies are here on that line, so it's been tapping that liquidity here. Okay, now if it goes down to 50% of that wick, maybe. If the wick is that big, the 50% is somewhere here, so maybe it's going to do something like this, a deviation, and then turn around. Right, that will give it a good boost for any token. If it clears the imbalance, it gets boosted. Okay, so watch out for this level. Still in the downtrend. Okay, be careful, don't go heavy on longs unless you see some strong support, right? Unless you see that it's claiming levels. The more it claims levels, the more you can increase your position, your confidence. Right, okay, 50 minutes past 11 my time, 50 minutes past 9 London time. So let's do a small recap on Bitcoin. Just be careful to hold above 95.8. The more you stay there, the better, okay? And then see if we can go higher. If it wants to go a little bit, you know, the PPI reports maybe influence to come down a bit lower, grab these, and then it's going to get boosted to go higher. Okay, we have some unfinished business. I mean, this unfinished business is done, it's finished. So that one is, I mean, this is not a target anymore. That is done. Here it is. Okay, we have some, you know, some business fresh in balance here, but it's very tiny. It's very fresh. It may come down very quickly and then turn around. Okay, that's how I say that, you know, maybe the PPI today we're going to influence to come down a little bit here and then turn around. Okay, so we're kind of bullish, you know. All I want is to make sure that I go above the 50% of the range, so for me to target the top of the range, which is 102. Okay, I cannot talk about 102 until I finish with 97. Okay, so if I claim 97, then I can speak about 99 and 102. Okay, level by level. Right, that's it for today, folks. Thank you very much for the support. The people that know me, the people that follow me, we're going to see you guys in the Discord. Today, we're not going to have the live session trading because of work. I have to go to work. We have a late night production today. So I shall see you all again tomorrow morning. But in Discord, I'll be chatting left, right, center. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it from me today. I shall see you all tomorrow and have fun. Be safe.